Who was your favorite to work with besides Prodigy? Who was your favorite to work with production and why?
My favorite artist to work with that I produce for, I would have to say, probably was like Jadakiss.
Why?
Or Little Kim. Because those are artists that I really respect and revere. I mean, like Jadakiss is like one of the best lyricists out there.
Absolutely.
So, like to work with him, it's a pleasure because he complements your beat so well. You could give him a trash beat and he'll make it sound good. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really a pleasure because he's
Who was your favorite to work with?
and he's kind of humble when it comes to being in the studio and the artist. He wanted the producer to take him in that direction.
Now you're very humble. And now with production, what was your favorite beat to produce?
Why? You know what I'm saying? By Jadakiss. Because I just, it wasn't really too much of a big deal for me when I made the beat. I mean, the beat's don't got crazy bells and whistles, but as you can see, it's minimum production, but he just turns it into this whole big production, you know what I mean, with Anthony Hamilton. Then he's questioning, going, why this, why that, at the times when we got a lot of questions. So I love doing that for him.
What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. I want to shout out to my homie Kofi from Kofi's Universe. Y'all make sure to subscribe to his channel and support everything he got going on because he be dropping that knowledge. Yeah!
YouTube salute. All right, y'all. Havoc of Mobb Deep was making his rounds on the Breakfast Club, and he talked about Jadakiss is one of his favorite artists to produce for besides Prodigy. Let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. Havoc and Prodigy, that tandem right there is one of the best in hip hop history. And we love to see other producers step out from working with the people they work for. Like you see Havoc and Prodigy, right? All right, that's one. Think about DJ Premier producing for Guru for Gangstar. You also have Dr. Dre producing for Snoop. You know, there's more. There's more. I'm just using a couple right now. But Havoc has worked with Styles P. He has worked with Nas. He has worked with Foxy Brown. I apologize. He has worked with Capone Noriega, Cormega, um, OGC, Original Gun Clappers. He's worked with them. He's worked with, damn, Havoc's worked with some people. He's worked with the East Siders. He's worked with the East Siders. He's worked with, hell man, he's got a list. He's worked with The Game. He's worked with Conway the Machine, um, Method Man. Yeah, Conway. Havoc has been in his bag working with great artists, but the artist that stands out, we going to say is Jadakiss, and he said that he loves, that connection, that synergy, and shout out to Have for actually making that Y beat. Oh my. When I first heard that track, I had bought the Kiss of Death album because it came out in 2004. And I remember when I bought that album, and I was bumping it in my car. I'm driving from the record store. I went to Sam Goody. Coming back, woo woo woo, and I'm actually driving towards the gym. I'm like, when that track came on, man, I had to replay that track a couple of times before I continued the CD as far as to finish out the entire album. And my ex-girlfriend at that time, she was like, damn, this track is hard, but that track is bananas. My thing is the fact that I would like to see a Havoc and Jadakiss collab project. We know Hav and Method Man coming out with the album Dirty P. They're going to finish that up. That's coming out 2026. But I want to see a Jadakiss and Havoc project. Think about it. Jadakiss has worked with Swiss Beats. He's worked with Dame Grease. He's worked with, who else? What's some other producers out there that Jadakiss has worked with? I think he worked with Dre before. He's worked with Pharrell. He's worked with some top producers. I'm gonna give him that. And and shout out to Jadakiss, but I really want to hear him do an entire project with Havoc. Like I think Havoc can complement him with everything he needs because that's one thing I can say about Jadakiss. Jadakiss is a top lyricist of all time by far, but his only best album is the Kiss of Death. Kiss the Game Goodbye was I. Um, the Last Kiss, his third studio album, that was cool. His fourth album, what was his fourth album? Um, I think it was Top Five, right? Top Five Dead or Alive. Then he came with the Ignatius project. That was in 2020. I mean, when you hear Jadakiss on other tracks like the Locks albums or featuring other people, he's killing it. But a complete Jadakiss album has never been like, oh my, like Styles has the best catalog of all the Locks members by far. And it's like his beats that he select complement Styles as far as what he's trying to do when it comes to the cinematic creativity. But I feel like Jadakiss has needs that producer that can complement him from start to finish, that can give him everything he needs. And I think Havoc will be able to work with him on that level. Like when he did the project with Styles P that came out in 2022, what was it called? Wreckage Havoc? I'm like Wreckage Manor. I'm sorry, Wreckage Manor. That was a dope project right there. That was dope as hell. And I feel like Havoc has worked with so many people from New York, outside of New York, and he's done a great job with these artists. And I feel like has that ear. He has that ear to the streets and has that ear of he knows what you like. Like he can go back and listen to other things like, okay, this compliments him. And he can actually um like test the waters more like experiment. Like, okay, we're gonna try this track. Let's try this track. And I think, even like when he made Why. And you heard Jadakiss on the Mobb Deep America's Nightmare album, Wipe Them Guns Off. That track right there, Jadakiss went hard on that. And the Locks and Mobb Deep have been on tracks together. They did a track, what, in 2000? I forgot what was for a soundtrack. Was it In Too Deep? I think it was the In Too Deep soundtrack. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. They did a track together. Then they also did a track for the Locks Filthy America album. They did a track for that album, Mobb Deep and the Locks. This is a year before Prodigy made his transition. But let me know if you want to hear Jadakiss and Havoc link up, do a collab album for 2026. Post your comments below. Smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live.